Good morning, YouTube, and good morning, TikTok. You're watching live with LWL Lindsay with love. Today is March 18th, 2025. You guys, we're almost past Q1. Oh my gosh, this is crazy town of 2025. I am here to raise the frequency of the planet, and I do that by reminding you how energetically powerful you are. It is not something that you need to go out and buy for yourself. It is something that you need to harness within yourself. You do that by releasing your limiting beliefs, by reprogramming the subconscious mind to success so you can actually win at life. You guys, I've been reprogramming my subconscious mind every single night and it has been paying off. So I'm telling you now, it is already working. I already see it in my external reality. So please, if you have not started reprogramming your subconscious mind, perhaps the day is that you feel inspired to do that. Let me get a little bit of sunshine in here and see what it looks like, because I feel like I'm kind of sitting in the dark. All right, we are going to continue and actually, oh boy. Yeah, it's a little bit much. How about that? That's a little bit better. Okay. All right, you guys, today we are chatting through Deepak Chopra's money energy conversation. Once again, we started this conversation yesterday. We didn't finish it at all. So we're gonna actually move through it today. Yesterday we got a little bit sidetracked, but I do think that I like to follow the energy of the conversation. So if the energy flows one way, I'm gonna flow with it because it's obviously what you need at that moment, right? So let's go. Good morning, VIP Jamie. How is everybody feeling? Where is everybody? Are you guys still sleeping? What's happening? What's happening? Is everybody still sleeping? I don't know. I guess. You guys, I'm almost at 32,000 followers. Holy cow, I feel crooked. There we go. I'm almost at 32,000 followers on TikTok. Can you freaking believe that? Holy cow. I'm very excited because I finally pushed the submit button, the buy button on this program. I'm glad I waited. I'm starting off on TikTok. I'm going to transfer over to YouTube after I finish this TikTok program. And my assumption will be that I'll be at 100,000 followers very soon. Very soon. VIP Jamie says, yes, you are, because you're a badass. Well, welcome to the show. So are you. Good morning, Friday more weeks. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for being here. Thanks for saying good morning too. You're new here. Let's go. VIP Deborah says, all right, let's go. Let's go for real. All right. So yesterday we were talking about how money is the main cause of misery and unhappiness in most people's lives. And it falls for a lot of people, and it falls into two categories. If you're really struggling, like very, very poor, really struggling, or if you're super, super uber wealthy, I'm talking billionaire status. Why? Because money is constantly on your mind. If you're falling somewhere in between, you probably think about money, but it's probably not like an obsession, right? It's not an obsession. And so you're free from it. And Deepak wants to remind us that money is a man-made construct. We created it, right? We used to barter back in the day. Hey, I'll cut your hair if you give me an energy healing session. Thank you, Jamie, for the treasure chest. Oh, that was super cute. I was wondering what that looked like. Thank you for that. VIP Deborah, thank you for reminding me to breathe. Deep breath in through the nose, belly nice and full, you guys. Let's win at life today. Let it go. Lately, I've been so freaking happy. Nothing can bring me down, and I just am like going. It feels so good. It really does. I get into flow state, and I'm just like living. The lighting is kind of hurting my eyes. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. You're new, but not for long. I don't know what that means. You're not new because you're not going to stay here for long, or you're new, but you're only going to be new for like a day or two because you're going to come back every day. I don't know what that means. Help! All right. If you are new to the show and you enjoy all things energy, understanding how energy works, it's very simple. You just need to integrate it into your reality. But if you're interested in that, click the follow button. I go live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're staying. Oh, I love that. Thank you for being here. I love that. Awesome. You guys, I was thinking about, thank you for the follow Friday more weeks. I was thinking about changing my profile to helping women get TF, the F out of their own way. I was like, maybe that's a little too aggressive. I don't know. Let's see. I have a TikTok guy. He's going to help me build out my TikTok even more. I've built it to 32,000 followers by myself, and now I'm ready to get expert help so I can just blast the freak off, quantum leap into that next level. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for it. So I think the TikTok guy is going to help me. Let's see what happens. Aggressive love. I know, right? It's like my little dog, and I'm like, I just want to squeeze you, but I know I can't, but you're so cute. It's like that kind of a vibe. Oh my gosh, VIP Catherine, thank you for sharing the live. Go on, my friend. VIP Deborah, thank you for the pot of gold. I will take all the abundance. I will take it. Okay, He believes that if your entire identity, this is Deepak Chopra, by the way, if your entire identity is tied to money, you're likely to be unhappy. Yet, money is required to survive, and then take it to the next level to thrive, right? From surviving to thriving. For most people. Now, if you live in a community, right, like, let's not like blanket statement this, I hate stereotyping anything, but say you live in a community where you're like all self-sustaining, and it's like, if one person does that, and the other person does that, and the other person does that, then yeah, you don't really need a lot of money, right? You don't. But if you're living like most people do, which is like in their family doing their thing, then you kind of need a good amount of money to like actually live a thriving life, I'm not talking just like pay the bills. I'm talking like live, go do the things, experience the things, travel, explore, whatever you want to do with your money. I don't care. It's not mine, right? It's yours. So you do what you want to do with it. All right. VIP Jamie says, that's why I got big dogs. Oh, I see. So you can squeeze them without hurting them, right? Okay, he says money is a human construct, just like latitude, longitude. He says just like the Greenwich Mean Time, right? So there's a lot of constructs that humans have created to work with energy, right? So you realize money is energy, you start to work with it, it becomes easier to manage. So Deepak had this random YouTube video I came across yesterday while I was getting my steps in, and I was like, oh, okay, he's in my vortex now. I've read a couple of his books, quite a brilliant man, if I do say so myself. And so it was all about like the 7 laws. He called it, let's see, the 7, my notes are right here. The metaphysics of money, the 7 laws of abundance. I thought to myself, well, I know my audience wants more money. I do too. So we might as well talk about it. Let's learn from a great person and a brilliant spiritual leader. So he asked the question to his higher self. And by the way, I'm pretty sure he automatic writes. So if you don't already automatic write, like get in the habit of it, because this is how you connect with your higher self and you gain a lot of wisdom, right? I need to close the shades a little bit because it is so bright in my eyeball. You know, blue eyes are like, I love my eyes, but also they're so sensitive. Okay. So he asks the question, what is the best way to understand, generate, spend, and earn money? That's a good question. What is the best way to understand it, to generate it, to spend it, and to earn it? B, money, welcome to the chat, thank you for the follow. Well, your TikTok handle is just so fitting for this conversation. B money, love that. Okay. He says, number 1, the source of abundance is infinite, because the source of every experience is consciousness. We started talking about this a little bit yesterday, and then we got totally derailed, so I'm just like restarting basically. But we're gonna get through the whole thing today, I promise. I promise. Your hair is so pretty. Thank you, I appreciate that. I washed it this morning, and I just gave it a nice little coconut oil treatment, so I am feeling my hair today too, thank you. Great question, VIP Deborah says, I agree. He says, the source of our innermost being, the source of every experience is consciousness, which is also the source of our innermost being, which is the field of all possibilities. It's inexhaustible as a source for ongoing creativity and abundance. Now, I was talking about this yesterday, I got into a little bit of a flow about it, but I think what people fail to realize around money and abundance is you're not really attracting. Okay, fine, you're attracting money, because I think if I say you're not really attracting money, some people are going to start saying, yes, you do, blah, 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 in the comments. So we're not going to go there. But if you were to flip it, you would make it easier for yourself. If you were to flip it to, I'm tapping into my greatest creative potential, then you automatically will attract money. Okay, so rather than trying to attract money, which for a lot of people is very hard to do, it was for me too, because my parents, my mother specifically, not my mother. I said that a little sassy, but my mom raised me to believe we did not have enough money. There was never enough. But that was not true, because I grew up and I look back at my childhood and I'm like, we actually did a lot of things, and I never felt like I wasn't cared for and all these things, right? So it was a weird limiting belief that I grew up with. And so I know it takes a lot of effort to get out of that space. It takes effort. I'm not going to say it's hard, because everybody can do it. I don't want to program you to believe it's hard to do it, but it is consistent effort, consistent awareness, consistent, no, I can receive lots of money. I am worthy of lots of money. There is enough money for the entire reality, all of human existence, because it's limitless. It's infinite, right? And I would tell myself, back in the day when I started reprogramming my subconscious mind around money, the universe is abundant for all. The universe is abundant for all. Lindsay, you live in the universe. The universe is abundant for all. Mother Nature proves abundance. You are not stealing from somebody else if you go get your money. And I would reprogram and tell myself every single day, all day long, reprogram. It does take that consistent effort, okay? So if you were to work on your energetic system called the chakra system, you would start in the root chakra if you are super wise and intelligent. And because you recognize that that is where the energy flows into the body, right? The energy flows up and it flows down and it comes kind of in and around and it starts to form this like donut around you, a shape like the shape of a donut energetically. Okay? So once you realize that, you want to work on that root chakra. You want to open it up. The root chakra is in charge of fear. You know, most people are living in fear. Well, that kind of sucks. If the energy is coming in through the root chakra and my root chakra is super blocked because I'm living in fear, now I'm kind of screwed. And the second chakra, called the sacral chakra, is in charge of your creativity. So you've got to get the energy up into that creative chakra, expand your creativity to collect your abundance in. When you stand in your creative energy, guess what happens? All of a sudden you're more authentic, you're doing things that really light your soul on fire. You are thinking of new ways and ideas to present things, to create things, whatever, right? To build things. And remember, you are the artist of your own life. So you are constantly creating your reality. So if your energy is not moving up into that second chakra, at least, by the way, that's not the goal, it's to be an open channel, but at least up into that second chakra, you're kind of screwing yourself over, right? Because you are the artist of your life. So rather than thinking I'm attracting money, how come I'm not attracting money? It's not working for me. Why not just say I'm tapping into my greatest creative potential? I'm standing in my greatest creative potential. If you are new here, this is the kind of conversation we have Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You might as well click the follow button now if you're having a good time. Say hello to me in the chat. Say hello to me in the chat. I'll catch up in the comments in a second. I want to get at least to point number 2 so we make it through the show today, okay? But say hello to me. I'm here to raise the frequency of the planet, and I'm going to do that every single day by reminding you how powerful you are. Because it's very likely your mom is not waking up in the morning saying, "Good morning, honey, you are very empowered. You are a powerful being," right? So I'll do that for you. I will. And if you like this and you need help transforming your life and you've been very stuck, I'm talking you cannot get out, you are struggling, then you may want to join the Cosmic Collective. And by the way, I'm talking stuck anywhere in life. It is a transformative space, and I'm teaching you your energy from a spiritual perspective to get out of the shit relationships, the crappy friendships, the whatever, the not being able to set boundaries, the lack of self-esteem, the lack of self-confidence, the lack of self-worth, the not tapping into your creative potential. I don't know what it is for you, but we'll figure it out together, right? All right, you guys. Let's see. This is unrelated, but I love your hair. Well, I'll always take a compliment, Stephanie. Thank you. I just watched it literally this morning, and I did a nice coconut oil treatment, so I feel like it's like extra smoothie and shiny today. Hello, Michelle. Welcome to the chat. Mrs. Ritchie, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Cindy, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. VIP Cinnamon is in the house. Shay Shay says donut confirmation. Shay Shay, are you going to go get some donuts? JT, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Terry, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Good morning, Shay Shay. Thank you for the heart me's, you guys. Thank you for all of the gifts. Catherine, VIP Catherine, Shay Shay, VIP Cinnamon. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for sharing the live so many times, VIP Catherine. I appreciate you. Rachel Cohen, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. All right. Wow. I'm caught up with the comments already. Friday says, Friday, can I say Friday? More weeks, Friday, more weeks. I'm grateful I found your live. I have to run. I'll be back for sure. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you for the roses. Go do what you got to do. Hey, Ren says, hey, Ren. Rosie Posey says, I understand what you're saying, but aren't we supposed to ask for what we want specifically? Yeah, we can talk about that in a second. This isn't exactly a conversation about manifesting something specific. This is just a conversation around the energy of, right? So different topics a little bit. Insta Alley 8 says, I like to walk around observing joy, but there can still be fear, lower back pain. Yep. Candace, thank you for sharing the live. Michelle, thank you for sharing the live. Okay, so he goes on to say, by the way, he says that you can tap into this creative source of abundance and creativity. It's inexhaustible. It's within you, right? It's called flow state. And he says you transcend the mind through meditation, through practicing awareness, through mindful awareness of your body, your mind, and your spirit. You ask questions to receive answers. So I don't know if this is a foreign topic for some of you listening, so I'll just share it anyway. You know that you have a higher self. You're the tip of the iceberg in this physical body, and there is energy that is just like huge. You are huge. You're just a little dot, right? You're a little dot, and your energy is way out, all around. It's not just straight up, right? It's like all around, okay? And that energy is connected to source, God, source, universe, creator, love, whatever you want to call the energy, creative, infinite creator, whatever you want to call it. Pick a name. Here at Lindsay with Love, we don't label it because there are different labels for different names or different labels for different energies or different belief systems, and it can get a little tricky to just pick one, right? So pick one that resonates most with you, that keeps you open to the idea that there is more out there, okay? By the way, I'm sharing my own story, my own journey. I've been awake since 2019, so if you don't resonate with any of this, use your discernment, use your heart, use your mind, tap in with your intuition. If you don't vibe with it, that's okay, right? But it's a respectful space, so let's just stay cool with each other. All right, so you tap in through starting the conversation. Just like you work with your guides and your angels, with your higher self, you've got to be the one to start the conversation. You have a team, they want to support you, they want to help you, but you've got to be the one. They cannot interfere, right? You have free will as a human spiritual being on this planet. So if you have free will, they can't completely stop something, but if you were to say like, from my highest truth and compassion for the good of all and the harm of none, what do I need to know today to advance my business? What do I need to know today about my relationship? Am I in the right relationships? Should I work on XYZ? I mean, there are a billion questions one could ask, right? You start the conversation, you start to receive responses. Now, the easiest way for most people is through automatic writing. Just allow it to flow, allow it to be what it will. Ask the question, write it on a piece of paper, blank piece of paper, meditate a few minutes before, 10 to 15 minutes, calm the mind, relax, right? And see what comes through. And when the pen starts to run out of ink, when the flow kind of slows down, you know it's over. And then you can read what you wrote. And the more that you do that, the more you'll start to receive answers. And if you've ever read the book Think and Grow Rich, if you listen to some of these spiritual leaders talking about how they get their responses, it is, I am connected to my intuition. I'm connected to my higher self. It's very simple, but it does. The thing with all energy work is it is simple, but it takes, I hate to say the word time, but it takes consistent effort, focus, right? And most of us are programmed to not be focused. Because when we're not focused, we're not connected to our intuition, and then we start to make strange mistakes, or we work too long at something that's not meant for us, which is good for the powers that be because it keeps us in a lower vibration, frustrated, angry, impatient, whatever, and we're not living our highest, our best lives. When you live in a very high frequency, you are not able to be controlled and manipulated. And so you've got to think about that when you're working on your spiritual journey, right? All right. Ren, thank you for the heart me. Tiffany, the pink doxy, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Sean, oh boy, Shantae. Okay, Shantae, sorry. I thought it said Shanti, and I was like, that does not look right in my eyeballs. Shantae, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. I do agree. I've been practicing also, but need more guidance. If you need more guidance, join the Cosmic Collective. As soon as you do, you get access to a daily Discord. You get access to a monthly group energy healing. Cosmic Collective members, we're spiritually chatting tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Don't forget, I'll put the Zoom details in email to you and also into the Discord. And you get 2 spiritual Q&As with me a month. When you join, you get access immediately to like 10 spiritual lessons. So you get replays, you get spiritual lessons, and you can really blast yourself off in that group. It's a transformative space, assuming you interact, okay? You can't come into the space and think your whole life is gonna change in a day. You've got to interact, you've got to share with me. I need to learn how you speak so I can start to tweak your words for you. I can start to understand your vibe, right? It's an energetic exchange. So don't think you're gonna come in and blast off your whole life, but you can come in and start to change it immediately. Reagan, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Yes, about my marriage, trying to save it with good energy now. You got this. VIP Brenda, welcome to the chat. I worry, I over interact. VIP Jamie, no such thing. No such thing. Please, no such thing. I would like more interaction, honestly. I would like more. I would. So don't feel like you are interacting too much. Okay, step number 2, he says, step number 2 in the 7 laws of abundance. I don't know if he wrote a book about it. This was a quick YouTube video I found a couple of years ago. I think it was a couple of years ago. Okay, he says, whatever you want to receive, start by giving. Whatever you want to receive, start by giving. He says, you want attention, pay attention to others. You want love, give and spread love to others. You want wealth, figure out how to help others create wealth. Gratitude opens the door to abundance consciousness, and money is the currency of exchange. Don't stop the flow by hoarding it. We've talked about this before. Always ask yourself, what is the best use of the money I have? What is the best use of the money I have? I make money in my business. I receive money in exchange for products or services. And then I take the money And in my bank account, I think, okay, what is the next investment? What is the next level for Lindsay with Love? Is it something to do with technology? Do I need to upgrade my systems? Is it something to do with my own skill set? Do I need to become better at TikTok perhaps? I'm so excited. I'm getting my TikTok plan today by this TikTok guru guy. Been following him for quite some time. And I received a lot of abundance from him already just by watching his videos on YouTube. And then I was going to go sign up and I got into the cart and I was like, remember the story, guys? This is last week's story. And I'm like, I don't know if this is right for me. I don't know, right? And I was kind of on the fence about it. I'm glad I didn't pull the trigger, push the submit button, because what happened was I got into a couple of his carts and I was like, and then the wildest thing, he sent me a couple of emails. I didn't really look at them. And then like one email caught my eye. And it was like, save 50% off. And I was like, yeah, I still just don't know if this is right for me. And I just didn't want to make like an impulsive decision. I wanted it to be mindful. I'm investing money and I expect a lot of money back from my investment. When I invest even $50, I expect at least $500 or $5,000 back, right? That just makes sense. If you're investing in something, you want a return. So I was like, oh, I don't know. And then the most brilliant thing happened. I got an email that said, like this course today, only $50. It went from $297 to $50. He gave me $247 off. So I was like, hell yeah. And I invested in it. I'm super excited. Let's see what happens. When my TikTok blows up, I will be a great customer for him. I will be a great review for him. And then I will share his information with you guys so you guys can do it too. VIP Jules, welcome to the chat. Sandra, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Don't stop interacting. Even just us helps her lives. Yeah, don't feel like any of you guys. Thank you, Guru. It's Guru. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, interacting is super powerful. Welcome back to the chat. It's been a minute since I've seen you here. So, if you really want something in your life, find a way to give that energy. Find a way to give that energy. What do you want? Think about it. What do I want? What do I want most? If I want to love something, someone, give that energy out. Just give it out freely because you're going to receive it back. It's the law of karma, right? What you put out, you receive back. Boomerang. That's why inside the Manifesting Club, by the way, Manifesting Club doors are open if you want to join. Click the link in my bio. Click number 3 when you get onto my website page. When we go into the Manifesting Club, after we set our energy right and we get into a nice state together, that's why we send gratitude, love, health, and wealth out to the universe, and then we also boomerang it back to ourselves. That's why. Everything is intentional in my world, right? And when you start to live a very intentional life, things happen very quickly because you're mindful. Says, same, happy to be here. My March cap reading from you was spot on. So amazing. I love that. Thanks for sharing and thanks for being here. Okay. Step number 3, he says, money is the exchange of values. Of values. The way someone spends money is a clue to their values. So he says, this is Deepak Chopra, by the way. This is not Lindsay. This is Deepak Chopra. He says, look around at nations and see how they spend money. Look at cultures, see how they spend money. Look at yourself. How are you spending money? If you are somebody, and I can say this, I'm not trying to trigger you, but I can say this because I used to be this person. So I'm allowed to say this because I know how it feels. If you're the type of person who really wants to start your business, you really want to make more money, you really want to be living a healthier life, and then every Friday you get sucked into happy hour and you spend your last dollars at the bar with your friends, there's a disconnect energetically, right? Those days when I really wanted something, my soul really wanted it, and I was doing the exact opposite, were the days that I was living in my lowest self-worth I've ever experienced in my life. My greatest insecurities, the greatest moments of jealousy, low self-worth, low self-confidence. And rather taking the money I did have, which was not that much extra because I was living by myself in California, driving 2 hours each way to work, paying my own bills, student loans, all the things, like, oh my gosh, it was crazy times. Instead of taking that extra money and investing it into somebody that could help me change my life, I was like, yeah, I'll buy another drink at the bar. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Now, of course, I had to go through that experience so I could get to here, right? We all have to go through experiences that are not so great so that we can use them as like trampolines and propel ourselves out of them. So if you're in an experience right now that's not so great, let's start bouncing on the trampoline and start making smarter decisions, because eventually what you're going to do is quantum leap yourself kind of out. That's kind of a fun example I just came up with in my brain. That's kind of a fun example for like quantum leaping, right? Get on the trampoline and start jumping, you guys. Long commutes are so stressful. Yeah, it was a lot. Back then, yeah. I don't even want to go back to that. VIP Jamie says, I'm excited for the spiritual chat this week. Don't forget, it is tomorrow. Tomorrow, you guys. Spiritual chat is tomorrow at 8 p.m. If you are interested in joining me and a group of high vibrational beings, people that are transforming their lives, why don't you join the Cosmic Collective today? You'll get into the spiritual chat for tomorrow. And we have Manifesting Club for Manifesting Club members that are listening here today. We have Manifesting Club next Wednesday, the 26th at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. on the 26th. The new moon is not until the 29th. It's eclipse energy, so it'll be strong, and I'm traveling the 27th and 28th, so just is what it is. Okay? So write it on your calendars, mark it down, be there. Or not, it's up to you, it's your money, you've invested it, right? All right, great analogy, VIP Jewel says. Reagan says, say that again. When you live an intentional life, you what? When you live an intentional life, you make appropriate choices that will propel you into a new reality, perhaps? That's probably something what I said along those lines. If you like think about what intentionality is, right? You sit down, for example, you are trying to get healthier. So you open your refrigerator and intentionally you choose the proteins and the fibers and the colorful plate and the healthier foods, but you know, maybe you throw in like a potato chip or two for a little crunch, a little salt, whatever, but not like a whole plate of potato chips and like 1 carrot, right? As an example, simply because it's a very tangible example most people can understand. So when you are, say you have, every month you have $100 left over of just like discretionary spending that you can just like go shopping with, you can go buy a new outfit with, whatever. I'm just making this up, you guys, I don't know. But say that's what it is. And instead of taking that money and either like saving some of it for whatever, or taking it and investing into a course that is going to help you change your life, whether it's the Cosmic Collective, whether it's hiring an expert for something, whatever it is, you just take it and you go blow it and you spend it at the bar and you do like things that are not going to actually move the needle forward towards your dreams. Every time you do that, you just create this bigger and bigger gap between what your soul wants and who you are. And the more that you make those crappy choices, the gap gets bigger and bigger till eventually it just feels so overwhelmingly like you're never going to get there. And it doesn't have to feel that way, right? But when you start to live in a very aware space, you start to make intentional choices that will take you out of that space and into a new reality. So I hope I said that right. I don't know. Good morning, Dreamo. Welcome to the chat. It's nice to see your face here. GNCHO. I have no idea how to say your name. Hello. La Ramirez. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Okay. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. A VIP Cinnamon on TikTok and YouTube. I love it. Thanks, girl. Okay. Money is the exchange of values. Look at how somebody's spending their money to know what they value. Currently, I value me blasting off in my own reality. That is what is my major focus. I am changing my whole life constantly, right? So I'm investing my money on those things. I'm trying to think, like the last thing I purchased was, I purchased some software for my website that helps me do like a funnel. That was one of the last things I purchased. And then I just recently purchased this course / consulting with this person. Like that's like what I buy. I purchased this journal to make sure I document all my transformation. So once again, all these purchases are basically about like me transforming my life. Now, of course, when I transform my life, it's just more proof that I can transform your life, right? So of course it makes sense. And then my business will blast off. All right. Not that it's not already, but we'll just keep going. Getting that YouTube interaction, I appreciate that, VIP Cinnamon. Deborah says, welcome. Okay, so he says, let's see. He says, yeah, are you investing in alcohol, gambling, or in yourself and your personal growth? Number 4, he says, wealth is a state of consciousness. And it is the result of spontaneous creativity. Now, we were kind of talking about this earlier. This is what he says. He says, it comes when there is a pause in between the thoughts and the reality. And this spontaneous creativity lives within you. So, you know, when you're like in between, you have an inspiration, but it hasn't necessarily come true yet, and there's that gap, there's that moment. Now, sometimes a moment is 20 days, sometimes a moment is 2 years, sometimes it's 1 year. It just depends, right? We don't really know how long the gap will be, but in that gap, there's typically something that hits. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, you have an idea, and that idea changes, and it shortens the gap or instantly brings that reality to you. Has anyone experienced that? It's like a burst of inspiration. It's like a big idea, an epiphany, a synchronicity, whatever. It lives within you, and you experience that spontaneous creativity, and then boom, now you're living in a new reality. That is the types of vibes he's talking about. And he says, you know, it's spontaneous creativity when there is no resistance, when there's no regret, no anticipation, when you are totally present, living in flow state. And in that time, you know that the only intention, your only intention when you're living in flow state is happiness for yourself, progression for yourself, happiness for others, and progression for others. 1 second, you guys. What is happening? Like, the sun is like so beautiful, but dang, right into my eye. Like, still. Okay, I guess it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm gonna go like this. Maybe I'll sit like this. Let me see what I look like on YouTube. Okay, that's okay. YouTubers that are watching on replay, sorry, I have to sit like this. All right. So he goes on to say that flow state activates intention and it connects you with source, right? To bring you to your intention. So source is going to bring the synchronicity. Source is going to bring the little kiss moments of like, okay, I'm on the right path. Yesterday I was sharing with you guys, I woke up, I fell asleep listening to my subconscious reprogramming. And when I woke up in the night, it was 10:24, which is a little bit embarrassing to say, but I was very tired yesterday. So I went to bed, oh no, it was Sunday night. Sunday night, we went to bed early. It was like 9:30, I think I fell asleep probably. I woke up at 10:24, my angel numbers, my first ever angel number, listening to my subconscious reprogramming. In my mind, that's a little kiss from my guides, from God, Source, Universe, Creator, from my angels, from whoever, my higher self, that says, you're right on the right path. You're doing great. Keep doing this. Why else would I wake up randomly right at 10:24? Why? It doesn't make sense, right? A synchronicity. It's a synchronicity. VIP Jewel says, yep, last week. VIP Deborah says, I've been thinking about that, and I actually have been think I've been living like that for quite a while now. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. So when you live in flow state, you are happy. It's fun. It's enjoyable. It's exciting. It's creative. And you're not living, like, people that live in flow state think it's very like artist type energy, but remember, you're an artist, you're creating your reality. And so you get into this flow state. It's like the master, like, composer who sits down and just all of a sudden it's just like shoo, and they just are creating, and all of a sudden it's this like beautiful musical piece that comes out of it. Or a writer, or a poet, or I mean anything that's really like traditional artistry, but also you get into your flow state perhaps at work. Maybe you love what you do and you sit down and it's just like everything just like went, and then the day is over and you're like, what happened, right? You get into your spreadsheets or whatever. I'm a math nerd, I can say that. I get into my Excel file and I'm like, yeah, da-da-da-da-da, formulas, this and that, and then boom, I'm like, whoa, that was awesome, right? And you've created a whole project for your team or whatever. So it doesn't have to be that it's always something that's very traditionally artistic. It's a state you are in. And by the way, when you're in that state, don't you realize that do you ever realize, I guess I should say, or ask the question, which is, you're creating for everybody. I get into flow state and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just had this brilliant idea for a course that's gonna help 1 million people. And then I just start creating out of my heart. And then it becomes the easiest work that you've ever done, and probably some of the most successful work you've ever created, because you did it from a place of just like pure joy and pure love for others to really help advance society in some way. Anybody. VIP Catherine says, I have a question I plan to ask in Discord about synchronicities versus delusions from the ego. Okay, yes, please do. Hello, VIP Charlize. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for being here. You made it. You made it, my friend. Okay, step 5. You guys, we're almost there. We've got 20 minutes, so I better keep talking. Step 5, or number 5, he says, this is Deepak Chopra's The Metaphysics of Money, 7 Laws of Abundance. Number 5 is intention, and attention in the field of infinite possibilities is all that matters. That's a bold statement. It's all that matters. Okay, well, let's break it down. Let's keep reading. Intention. So I intend to do this, and attention.
I'm focused on this in the field of infinite possibilities. In other words, every possibility exists. Remember, you guys, people say, well, if creator is so good and this and that, why is there war in the world? Why is there people that are doing XYZ in the world? Why is there harm in the world? Blah, blah, blah. Everybody has different karma. Everybody is evolving at a different rate. So there has to be every single possibility on this planet right now so people can work through that and grow. And some people, by the way, are going to choose not to. And we have to be okay with that. You have to say, that is their journey. I'm going to continue to shine my light, because I know when I shine my light, when I heal myself, I will help everybody, because energetically we're all connected. So I can't give a lot of energy to all this low vibe stuff. I'll just keep marching forward on my path to myself and others, right? So giving intention and attention into the field, in the field of infinite possibilities is all that matters. He says, create an intention for what you want to create. So create an intention for what you want to create and go and transcend to connect with source. Go and transcend to connect with source. He says you can connect with source through meditation, through walking, through dance, through poetry, through music, through collective envisioning. You guys, confirmation for Cosmic Collective members, collective envisioning. Confirmation for Manifesting Club members, collective envisioning. What do we do inside the Manifesting Club? We set our energy together in a high vibrational state. We send out high vibes to the universe. We boomerang them back to ourselves. And then one by one, we send each other energy, collective envisioning. We hold the space for each person. That's why it works quickly and it works easily, okay? So Cosmic Collective, same thing. When we're inside of that space, the expectation, and maybe I need to set it, is when we're talking, we're holding each other in the vision that we want for ourselves. So when I see VIP Catherine inside the Cosmic Collective, I'm holding her as successful in her dreams. When I see VIP Jamie inside, I'm holding her as successful in her dreams. VIP Erin, VIP Jules, VIP Deborah, all my VIPs, right? Bex, if you're here, Tony, if you're here. I mean, there's so many. I can't go through all the list. I'm trying to think. My sister, Raquel, there's so many. Brittany, who else? Right? And so we see each other as successful. VIP Mel, we see each other as successful in that space. That's why we're going to win. Bex, welcome to the chat. How did I know you were here? Aries, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the rose, right? Thank you for the follow as well. Jugal, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the goats, you guys. I appreciate it. VIP Catherine says to VIP Jules, breadcrumbs to join the collective. JK, not trying to hijack the live. Wait, what? Oh, what? There needs to be a balance of both. No limitations. I'm intrigued. Ooh, I'm curious about this conversation, Tony says. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Tony, good morning. I thought you'd be in here. Yes, the CC sees me as a person I'm manifesting. Yeah, I'm holding that space for you guys. I will view you as successful, and until as however long it takes, I will continue to hold you in that space. I don't see you as whatever we're working through. I don't see you as whatever you have done in the past. I see you as a successful version of yourself living out your dream reality. And that's what the power of the group is. So that's why when people join and then they don't interact, then that kind of is like, well, you're not doing yourself a service, right? A big part of it is interacting. Okay. Let's go. He says number 6 is letting go, the law of detachment. He says understanding that grasping and clinging prevent the flow that intention and attention needs to reach its destination. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it slower. Let's close our eyes, put our hands on our heart, open up our ears. Closing our eyes opens the ears. I'm going to say it again. All right. Number 6. In the 7 laws of abundance, the metaphysics of money. By the way, this can be applied to anything, but the conversation today is specific about money, but let's apply this law to anything you truly desire. He says you need to let go, understanding the law of detachment, understanding that grasping and clinging prevent the flow that intention and attention needs to reach its destination. He just said in step 5 that we need intention and attention in the field of infinite possibilities. And when we create an intention for what we want and we go and transcend and connect to source, then emergence happens. In other words, manifesting happens. So he says, focus on the intention and send it out into the the infinite possibilities, connect with source, trust it's on its way to you. But send it out and trust. Send it out and trust. If we're so clinging to this idea, just like he said earlier, you're clinging to your money, you're hoarding your money, you're blocking the flow, right? You're blocking the flow. So be mindful around how, and the trickiest part about working with energy is the subtleties. There's nuances, right? So are you focused in on receiving it, or are you actually focused in on the lack of it? And it's such a fine line, you guys. So that's why it's really important to learn your energy, understand your awareness. Focusing on the lack of it doesn't feel good. So when you tap into what it feels like, when you're focused on what you desire, if it feels good, it feels exciting, it feels like you're ready and you know it's on its way to you, you're focused on creating. But if you're focused on manifesting, specifically say money, and you're like checking your bank account, and you're like, it's still not here, where is it? Oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to pay this, I don't have this, I don't have that. That doesn't feel good. So you have to really be mindful around the feelings that are behind when you're focused on, right? Wow, you guys, I'm actually going to finish on time. Holy cow. Yeah, Q also, exactly. Let it go, let it go. When that movie came out, my niece, who is now 13, was 2. And I have the cutest video for bopping down the stairs at my parents' house singing it. Oh my gosh, so precious. So precious. All right. Well, and you know, simultaneously, if you let it go, but then you focus on putting out those vibes, it kind of helps, right? Because if you're like, I know that if I put out those vibes that I desire for myself, I'll get them back. And then if you're working on putting out those vibes consistently, then you can let it go because you know that it's going to boomerang back to you. So I would say if you are struggling with detaching, then I would ask yourself very honestly, am I actually putting out the vibes I wish to receive? Because if I'm putting out the vibes I wish to receive, and I know the law of karma says I must get back what I'm putting out, then I could let go. And if I know I'm the master manifester, the artist of my own reality, the creator of everything I have around me, and I know what I'm creating, then I can let it go. But the ego wants to come in as very tricky. The ego will trick you into a billion things. Doubt, fear, you can't, why, what do you, who do you think you are? Why should you deserve this? Blah, blah, blah. I mean, like, there's a billion ways the ego is going to try to get you to not transcend. That's why when Deepak says at the very end, he says, I'm not going to feel guilty about being wealthy and spiritual. It's because when you are spiritual and you've put in the effort, you've implemented the knowledge, you know the internal work you have done. It's something to be very proud of. And the expectation would be that you become rather wealthy because of it, right? Money is a part of abundance in this reality. So that would be the expectation. So number 7, he says, is the purpose of wealth is to create joy and happiness for yourself and everyone else. Now, to make it true, because I received an email from Tim Denning yesterday, I think yesterday or this morning, I think yesterday. And he was like, you are morally obligated to become rich. And I was like, thank you for that. I will go out and do that then. Right? He said, you're morally obligated to become rich. More good people should be rich and wealthy. So that way we can create more good in the world. And I was like, yeah, that's valid. Logically, that makes sense. So let's go do it. The purpose of wealth is to create joy and happiness for yourself and everyone else. Don't apologize for success. Or apologize that spirituality can be a source of abundance and wealth. If you feel guilty of abundance, wealth, and money, then you will end up with guilt and no wealth at the same time. If you feel guilty of abundance, wealth, and money, then you will end up with guilt and no wealth at the same time. They are conflicting energies, you guys. And by the way, conflicting energies internally, the lower vibration is always going to win because it's easier. I hate to say that, but it's easier. It's easier to live in a low vibration. Look around you. Look around the people that you spend time with or you interact with every single day. I'm not saying judge them silently. I'm just saying just become aware. You don't have to judge, but you can say, I'm aware that this person is living in a bit of a low vibrational state. I'm aware that this person is spinning on a merry-go-round, on a hamster wheel in a stuck cycle. I'm aware that this person is diligently working on changing their reality. I'm aware that this person knows what the hell they're doing and they're manifesting like crazy. I'm aware. So I'm going to be very mindful around conversations, around energies, around whatever, boundaries, right? It's an awareness. It's not a judgment. It's an awareness. You've got to be aware. You don't have to judge. Just be aware. Being aware is what helps you make the right choices, the appropriate choices to create your dream reality. So without the awareness, you're going to continue to kind of be like in the wash cycle, right? Get out. Like, I will open the door for you. Get out. Here, I'll even give you my hand. Let's go. Come on. All right. Let's see what's going on. Charlie says the orange nails are so cute. Thank you. I love the orange nails too. I'm ready for summertime, you guys. DTM, thank you for the heart me. Welcome to the chat, VIP DTM. Mariah, thank you for the follow. Tim Denning, it's my responsibility to be wealthy because I'm a good person and not an a-hole. And yes, that's exactly how he would type it too. I love his like bluntness. I love his kind of like sass a little bit. You know, you need like the softness at the beginning, like let's like work through this. And then there's a moment where it's like, okay, like, let's go now. We've been working long enough. Like, let's release this. And then it's like, all right, let's freaking go. Like, let's blast off. And then it kind of gets a little sassier, right? The ego is the biggest trickster. Yes, it is. I know that for sure. Karmic energy is my, Carnatic energy is my new favorite. I don't think I know that. What is that, VIP Jules? All right. VIP Jamie says we are spiritual beings in a physical vessel. Yes, we are. Ha ha ha, I got the same. Oh, you signed up for his email newsletter. Oh my gosh, isn't it brilliant? I love it. VIP Deborah says, my best girlfriend says she's waiting for me to become rich so we can live together in a huge house the rest of our living days. Well, I would say back to her, I'm waiting for you to be rich as well. To make it true. Why not, right? So come on, like, let's go, girl. I mean, I'm happy to be the rich one of all my friends. I'm happy for that, but I would also like them all to be super wealthy too. Just like I want all of you to be super wealthy too. I want everybody to experience that. But rich, you guys, in all the ways. Spiritually, first and foremost, physically, health-wise, right? Mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually rich. I'm going to have all of it. I already do. I already do, okay? But I want to go bigger and bigger and bigger. Because why not? That's the point of being a human on this earth. The second you achieve one goal, you're going to desire something new. That's normal. So let it be what it is. Thank you for the, you guys are all, everybody's liking my nails. Thank you. VIP DTM says, good morning. So wonderful being with all of your beautiful souls this morning. Good morning to you. Beck says, ego is the hardest thing to control, but every day stepping closer. For those that are struggling with the ego, just tell your ego to shut up. If you need to say, shut the F up, seriously, shut up, like talk to it out loud, shut up. Sit down. I pretend sometimes when my ego is really like trying to trick me, which doesn't happen much anymore, but you know, there's those moments. So sometimes my ego will try to trick me and I'm like, girl, now depending on how like sassy it is, I kind of have to go a little harder in the paint, but I'll say, girl, shut up, sit down. And I visualize like me taking a little like puny, annoying version of myself and like grabbing her and like putting her in a chair next to me. Like, you're in timeout. That's what I visualize. And then the mind is clear again. So don't let your ego win. The ego does not care if you're suffering. The ego wants to be comfortable knowing what's going to happen the next day and the next day and the next day. This is why people get stuck. This is why people get stuck. Because the ego is like, yeah, I know you don't really like it here, but I would rather know what's going to happen next. I don't really like the idea of the unknown. And that's really what you're blasting through when you go from living a soul-led life. Because once you get on the path, on your path, the path disappears. The intuition is leading. So you really don't know what's going to happen next. You just know you're following your heart and you're following your guidance. So the ego doesn't like that. You see? It's like when you, like, does it resonate? I hate it when people, like, I used to have bosses say, does that make sense? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not 12. Yes, it makes sense. So does that resonate, right? Because everything I say likely makes sense intellectually. It's the integration of energetic work. You can read 500 books. You can read all the books, but you still might never get it. It's the integration of the energy. That's when the life really changes. That's a typo, karmatic. I was like, what? Is this some new thing I need to learn? All right. VIP, yay, confetti words. VIP Beck says, oh wait, Catherine, oh boy. VIP Catherine says, yes, I'm emulating you because I want the same for my life. Go girl, you got this. Bex in Progress says, yay, confetti words. Your soul is so beautiful. Thank you for sharing your light. Well, thanks for being here. VIP DTM. VIP Catherine says, I don't like that others support my ego. Makes it hard to ignore. Right. So the supporting of the ego will happen in conversations mostly. And that's why it's so important. That's why inside the Cosmic Collective, you guys, I'm always reminding you, what are you consuming? What conversations are you having? I love that you guys are all connecting. Be mindful of the conversations that are happening. Like, let's not get into this, like, sick, like, I'm not saying this is the case. I'm just saying we've got to be so mindful of conversations, right? Because it's easy to be like, oh, and then this happened, and then this happened, and oh my gosh, and then this. It's like, no, we're creating our reality with our words. So let's choose them very wisely. By the way, it's going to feel a little silly. It's going to feel like, why am I doing this? And nothing's happening. But allow it to be what it's meant to be and stay consistent, because eventually it will change, right? Thank you for the treasure chest. And what was that? Oh, like little ghost too? Wow, interesting. VIP Heather says, meaning their thoughts, beliefs support my ego / belief. Yeah, exactly. VIP Brenda says, yes. Thank you for that. Dumb ego is on high for me lately. I need to tell it to shush. Yeah, just tell it to shut up. Sorry, it's a little sassy. All right, you guys. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Let's go. Let's manifest. It's Tuesday. Yes, watching my words, but others then think I'm delusional. Who cares? It's not their life. That, like, that's the thing, is like, the way to prove that you're not delusional is to create whatever it is you're creating. If people are giving you shit for what you are saying or believing in your reality, stop talking to those people. Literally stop. Like, choose your words so carefully. If you have to interact, like, I get it. We all have family. We all have friends. We all have the neighbor down the street, or the barista making our coffee in the morning. Like, whoever you're interacting with, I get that you do have to interact. I'm not saying, like, silo yourself into, like, a little room for the next 6 months. But what I'm saying is, do not share your dreams with people that do not believe in you. Especially, or the only caveat to that is if you are somebody who is fueled by other people's doubt. I'm fueled by people's doubt. Like, if you say I can't do something, I'm about to go prove it to you. And you're not going to like it. Because I'm going to be like, well, I did it. But if you're somebody that's not quite there yet in your empowerment, that's okay. Just stop telling people your dreams. Stop sharing them your ideas. They're not privy to that. If their vibe is so low that they cannot support you, they're not privy to your high vibes. How about that? Set the boundary. And sometimes the boundary just means zip the lips, throw away the key. So who cares what other people think? You're creating your reality. You're not creating theirs, and they're creating theirs. So if they want to stay miserable, stay in their fear state, that's on them, right? Oh, I'm vibing with my gold. All right. Especially since I think most of us are so empathic. Yep, shielding the energy is important. Okay, you guys, let's get on with manifesting and the energetic wave. Not sassy. I needed the reminder to keep the ego in check. Legend Killer, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for the necklaces. I've learned, for me, it's best to move in silence. Yeah, it just depends, right? If you know you're going to pop off, if you know you have no doubt in your mind you are going to do it, you're going to win, then you can tell everybody. It doesn't matter what somebody else thinks about you. But if you are not there yet, which many people are not, and that's okay, this is an awareness practice. Just be cool with yourself not being there yet. I'm not quite there yet in my empowerment, in my faith, in my trust, in my manifesting energy. I'm not quite there yet to tell people my big dreams. Because if somebody were to come along, somebody that's really important to me, and they doubted me, it would put me back 10 steps. Just be aware. And then you say, okay, so I'm not going to tell that person my dreams. Maybe I don't tell anybody. Maybe I just put it in my journal. By the way, writing something pen to paper is extremely powerful. So write it pen to paper and then read it back to yourself in a room where nobody can hear you, so nobody's judging you or projecting their fears and insecurities onto you. And then you're going to start to win, but you have to do it consistently for yourself, right? There are certain people I do not talk to about my business, about my dreams, about my goals. There are certain people I just don't. I know who they are, and I know that they have serious insecurities within them. They cannot fathom my dreams. They cannot even imagine my dreams because my dreams are so extraordinary. They can't even get to imagine it for me. So imagine, why would I tell them my dreams? Doesn't make sense, right? So we got to just hold certain things in our heart. VIP Deborah says, I've noticed in our group someone's been low vibe and it seems all of us have set them on the shelf. Oh, in your like friend group? In your friend group, VIP Deborah? All right, Mary, welcome to the chat. Thank you for follow. Tiffany says, wait, what did you say, Tiffany? Yeah, it may not be for everyone. No, it's best to move in silence. Yeah, it depends, right? I think for most people, it's better to move in silence toward your dreams and your goals. Is it true that people of high vibration are calm and silent? Yes. Maybe not necessarily silent, although I guess I'm rather silent other than talking with you guys in the day. But yeah, for the most part. But that's not the only thing. Jane, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. VIP Deborah says yes, yeah. Eventually you notice, you recognize the person that's like lowest vibe. That's why they say like the weakest link. What do they say? The weakest person is in the link in the chain, whatever. Remember that show? You are the weakest link. Do you guys remember that? Oh my gosh, I just had this weird blast from the past. That's true, because from energetic perspective, if you have somebody that's vibing down here and everybody else is having a good time, that one person is annoying. It's not fun, right? So it's very much energetics, right? Yeah, I think I'm rubbing off on them. Of course you are. Also, people that are super complainy, annoying, low vibe, they can't live in that space long if they're hanging out with a lot of high vibe people, because the high vibe people are not going to give it attention, which is probably what the low vibe person wants. And the high vibe people are like, we're not, like, that's not our vibe. And so the low vibe person is either going to change their attitude really quickly, check it at the door, or the low vibe person is not going to want to spend time with the high vibe people. Makes sense, right? I'm a very happy person and it triggers people. Isn't that strange? Like, if you just like take a moment and think about this, a happy person triggers people. That's weird to me, but that's what happens. And if I trigger people by being very happy, I know instantly the vibration that they're living in. Instantly. Sometimes, like, my astrology is very happy. I'm not a doom and gloom astrologer, by the way. I will tell you all the best things, because what would be the point of telling you all the shitty things? Doesn't really make sense if you're trying to create your reality. And then some people will write things like, well, that's really not happening with me in my reality. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry that that's happening for you. That's weird. Why not just take the good energy and go with it? For those of you that want to spend more time with me, join the Cosmic Collective today. VIP Brenda says, Sally, Jesse, Raphael with the red rim glasses. What? What, Bex? What is that? VIP Brenda says, I'm learning to be silent in this space. Thank you all. I tend to overshare. VIP Brenda, absolutely not. When you're learning your energy, oversharing is actually better, because then I know what your vibe is and I can help you start to change it. But if you just sit in silence, it's really hard for me to know your vibe, and I don't know the words you're using, and I don't know the little tweaks I can make for you to help you. So oversharing at the beginning, good. Once you learn your energy, you'll know when to share and when not to share. And you'll be able to read the room, right? Just Tantan says, after hitting rock bottom in my life, I learned a lot and healed, and I became silent and observant to all. Yep, that's kind of normal. Dreama says, how is a good way to stop the conversation or negative situation without being mean? Say you're not interested in that conversation. I'm not interested in having this conversation. Oh, you are the weakest link host. Yeah, I was like, who? You are the weakest link. Goodbye. I like don't even, like, I just vaguely remember that show. Dreama, for anybody that's listening that you're stuck in low vibe conversations, literally just say, I'm not interested in having this conversation. And then either leave the table or leave the room if you can. And if not, just sit in silence. Like, listening to people complain is better than complaining with them, right? You can at least block it out. Okay, you guys, we need to manifest. Holy cow. I have an astrology report to write today. 45 plus pages. That's not going to happen all day today, but I have an astrology report to write. The weekly horoscopes are posted, you guys. Watch for your rising sign. It's going to be the most accurate, but watch for your sun and moon as well. It gives a complete picture. If you want to spend time with me, join the Cosmic Collective. The Manifesting Club doors are open.
Everything is on my profile page. Click the link. It takes you to my website. You'll learn more there. If you want to join the Cosmic Collective, click number 2. If you want to join the Manifesting Club on my website, click number 3. And if you want an astrology report, click number 1. It's basically awareness. Learn your awareness, change your energy, blast off into your best life ever. Right? Awareness, release and reprogram, and then manifest. That's what you have to do in that order. Thank you for the follow, Just Tan Tan. 17,000 likes. Thank you, VIP Deborah, for that. All right, let's go. Step 1, this is Dr. James Doty's formula on manifesting. He's a neurosurgeon. He says that the body, he proves that the body changes physically when we go into manifesting state. We go from fear to love. Okay? Pretty obvious. Step 1, but he proved it. So I think that's brilliant. Like, it's obvious to most people, but he figured it out. Okay. Step 1, he says, write down what you want. I say, add in your 5 senses. It's going to help us visualize in step 4. So I'll read mine to you so you understand what I mean by that. So I say, I vividly see 1,000 or more. So if you're manifesting a specific number, always put or more so you don't limit yourself. Sorry, I need to turn off my heating pad. I'm getting so hot. I vividly see 1,000 or more subscribers interacting with me live on YouTube, interacting with me and each other. And while you're writing, start visualizing, right? Each other live on YouTube. And I feel so proud. What do you feel? What do you see? What do you hear? I feel so proud and fulfilled that so many people are experiencing their own empowerment and abundance. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? Maybe you taste something. Did you open a restaurant, or you're opening a bakery and you're tasting your recipes, whatever. Okay? Step 2, read it silently to yourself. Step 3, read it out loud. I'm going to do that now. I'm just going to read it silently because I already read it out loud. I hope to see some of you inside of the Cosmic Collective. If you're trying to change your life and you have not been successful on your own, it's time to get help. And I hope to see a lot of you back here tomorrow. Make sure to hit the follow button. And step 4, and VIP Jamie, I just saw your Discord question, but yeah, I can, Catherine answered it for you. Step 4, let's visualize. Dr. James Doty says, put your hands in prayer. Don't leave yet, Charlize. We still have to get on the energetic wave. He says, put your hands in prayer. I say, get your hand chakras going. Place them on your heart. Breathing into the heart with your eyes closed, belly nice and full. And on the exhale through the nose, breathing out of the heart. Breathing in white light energy into your heart space. And on the exhale, letting any little dust bunnies out. Any friction or tension in the body or the aura. On the next inhale, we're opening the heart chakra, blooming it like a flower, and the petals are so big they touch the central sun. And on the exhale, we pull that energy back into our heart space. Bringing your awareness to the back of the heart chakra now, kind of between the shoulder blades, breathing into the back of the heart chakra. On the exhale through the nose, letting the energy out. Breathing in white light energy into the heart chakra. And on the exhale, letting all the dust bunnies go. On the next inhale, we're opening the heart chakra in the back of the heart chakra, big, 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 wide, 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 like a flower. And all the petals reach the central sun, grab some of that energy, and on the exhale, we bring it back.
And now you're visualizing something that is happening because you have manifested whatever it is you desire. If you've manifested money, you're spending it. You're paying off a bill, whatever you're doing with it. If you manifested a new car, you're on it in the highway. If you've manifested, I'm manifesting followers on YouTube, subscribers on YouTube, I'm talking to my moderation manager. If I have one, the assumption is that I've already gotten my thousands of subscribers. I'm like, hey, that was really awesome. Yeah, it was really awesome. She's like, you did a great job. Everything's going well in the show. Things are like nice and steady. Keep doing your good work. And I'm like, thank you so much. And that's it. That's it. What are you manifesting? For those of you that want to manifest faster, stronger, quicker, you want to be part of a collective envisioning like Deepak Chopra says around this abundance, these laws of abundance, then you may want to join the Manifesting Club. It's $11 a month. It's very cheap. If you want to take it to the next level and you actually really want to transform your life, get out of stuck cycles mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever, join the Cosmic Collective. All right, let's get on the energetic wave, you guys. Breathing in through the nose, closing the eyes, belly nice and full. Sighing it out of the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. Letting it go. One more deep breath in. These are reset breaths. You can take them whenever you feel like it, whenever you need to. Intentionally breathing is very powerful. Placing one hand on your solar plexus, the other hand on your heart. Thinking of that thing that you're really ready to step into. Maybe you had an aha moment with this conversation today and you realize you're keeping yourself stuck. Maybe you realize you're clinging on to something so tight that the energy can't flow to you. Maybe you're going to practice the law of just setting an intention and letting it go, the law of detachment. Maybe you realize now the energy of karma, whatever you're putting out, you're going to receive back. There's so much that you could have taken from today's chat. Pick something. Repeating out loud if you can, only silently if you must, because the words you speak have serious power. So use your words wisely. Say these words with with conviction from your solar plexus and love and intention from your heart space. I am strong. And I can do this. Smiling big, showing me your teepers. You're happy, you're manifesting. I freaking did it. Why? Because I knew I could do it. I am strong, and I can do this. Smiling big, showing me your teepers. You are somebody who is so happy because you are implementing your spiritual knowledge. You're not just learning, you are implementing, and that is how you are changing your reality. I freaking did it. Why? Because I knew I could do it. And you take this thought, this feeling, this vision, this idea, and you breathe it in and you pull it up the chakra system, giving it to God, Source, Universe, Creator, out of the crown chakra, so God, Source, Universe, Creator can understand and experience and see and feel what the heck we are creating. You hold the feeling, hold the vision, breathe down, 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 let it sink down all through the top chakras, let it sink down, hold the vision, hold the thought, hold the feeling, let it sink through the heart, let it sink down the earthly chakras, down, 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 let it sink, 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 hold it, hold it, hold it, hits the root chakra, the base of the spine, cementing it in a clockwise fashion. One more time, I'm doing it with you. Hold it for as long as you can hold it. The feeling, you're excited, you're manifesting, you see what it is, you can taste it, you can feel it, you can touch it, you can experience it, you know what you're hearing and seeing and holding it. On the exhale, you bring it down, you hold it, you're still in it, it feels good. Keep that feeling, keep that vision, down, 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 let it sink, let it sink. It feels exciting, and cement it into the root in a clockwise fashion. One more time, I am strong. And I can do this. Smiling big, showing me your teepers. I freaking did it. Why? Because I knew I could do it. Woo! You are on the energetic wave, my friends. I hope you have an amazing freaking day. If you enjoyed this, click the follow button. I go live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know me, go check out my page. I have tons of information around astrology, energy, manifesting, because that's what I do. I'm trying to transform your life, help you do that anyway. If you are ready to actually take it to the next level, you're tired of spinning, you're done, you're ready to propel yourself into the next frequency, join the Cosmic Collective. If you don't know who the heck you are from an energetic level, you need to know. I write birth chart reports. It's called the Know Thyself Birth Chart Report. It's 45 plus pages, $349. I accept Klarna and Afterpay. You can go check everything out on my website, Lindsay with Love. Chelsea Marie, thank you for the follow. I hope to see some of you. Carmen, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. I hope to see some of you inside the Cosmic Collective. I know there are some of you that have been listening every single day that want to change their lives. Guess what? You can do it. You absolutely can. I have faith in you, and I will build that faith in you until you realize how powerful you are. Because you're probably not joining because you're like, I don't know if it's going to work for me. Girl, guy, it's going to work for you, but you've got to take the first step, right? VIP Catherine says, strongest affirmation I've ever had, and repeat it consistently. I am strong and I can do this. Yes, you can. Have a great day, VIP Deborah. Woo, that was a strong one. VIP Jewel says, have a great day, Dreama. You're welcome, EL or L. Charlize, have a great day. VIP DTM, have a great day. I'll see some of you guys inside of Discord. I'm seeing some of you already here. I'll go subscribe on YouTube, same handle. Thank you, Caroline or Carolyn. It's at I'm Lindsay with Love. At I am Lindsay with Love. So close, but not exactly. Thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate your help and your support. See you guys back here tomorrow. Goodbye to my YouTubers. Ooh, have a great day. I'll see you back here tomorrow.